Welcome to St Gabriel's Sunday School at Home. It's great to be with you again and I hope you're having a really good week. Now we're continuing again with Daniel. We had George visit us last week and today we're looking at Daniel chapter 3. Now our theme is making good choices and I've got a game for us and we've got to find the odd one out. Now first of all we've got a fork, a knife and an apple. Which is the odd one out? That's right, the apple. And that's because the other two, you use them to actually cut your food up. Well done if you got it right. Now, let's have a look. Pen, felt tip, and sock. Which one's the odd one out? That's right, sock. Because the other two, you can either write with them or draw with them. Next one. Bubble bath, shower gel, and cup. Which one's the odd one out? It's the cup. That's because the others you can use when you're washing yourself. And the next, chocolate, sweets, or a book. That's right, it's the book, because the other two you can eat. And here is a clue about what our story is about. And it is about three friends, and we've learnt their names over the last few weeks. And it's three men who were the odd ones out. Everyone else did something wrong, but they choose to obey God. Do you have a best friend? I wonder what their names are. What makes a good friend? Have a think about your friend. What makes a good friend? Is it because they make you laugh? Is it because they always stand by you? Is it because they're loyal? Is it because they're kind? Is it because they encourage you? Or is it because they tell funny jokes? Or is it just because they are just who they are? Now, these three friends are called Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And in the story, there is a statue. Has anybody ever been to a museum and seen a statue? Or in an art gallery? What was it made of? Can you remember? Was it pottery? Was it gold? What was it like? Why don't you play a game of musical statues? Now, our story is with Lego today. So take a look at it now.
In the land of Babylon, King Nebuchadnezzar created a huge golden statue and gathered everyone to see it.
As soon as you hear the music play, you must fall down and worship the statue of gold that I have created. Whoever does not bow down and worship will immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego all believed in God, and they knew that they couldn't bow down to anyone else. So when the music played, they continued standing.
Who are those three standing up? Why haven't they bowed down? Bring them to me. Why haven't you worshipped my statue? If you don't bow down, you will be thrown into the fiery furnace. Then what God will be able to rescue you from that?
King Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter.
If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your hand.
But even if he does not, we want you to know that we will not serve your gods or worship the statue of gold you have set up.
Then it's off to the furnace with you. Wait a second. Didn't we throw 3 men into the furnace? I see 4 men walking around in the fire, untied and unharmed. And the 4th looks like an angel. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, servants of God Most High, come out of there. Your clothes aren't even burnt, and you don't even smell like fire. Praise be to the God Most High, who sent his angel and rescued his servants.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego knew the price for disobeying the king, but they did it anyways, because they loved God and believed in him.
Now Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego must have known that they could die if they were caught not worshipping the golden statue. Yet they still decided to stand strong. They would not bow down to the statue. They would only bow down to their God. They knew that it would be wrong to bow down to the statue because the statue was not God. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had integrity. It means standing strong by doing the right thing. It means doing the right thing all of the time, not some of the time, but all of the time, no matter who is watching. These 3 men did the right thing. They stood strong and did not back down to King Nebuchadnezzar. Even when they could die, even if God did not save them, they were not going to change their minds. When we face problems and scary times, just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, we can know that Jesus is with us. He promises that he will never leave us or abandon us. And that verse can be found in Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6. And I think that's really important for us to remember, that he promises that he will never leave us or abandon us, and he is always with us. Now, I've got a couple of activities for you to do. If you've ever been camping, you may have sat round a fire. Why don't you make some s'mores with your adults? And here's a picture of some of my family members who have actually either made s'mores or here they are toasting marshmallows on a fire. But you've got to have the safety of your adults to do this. Or why don't you make one of these cakes and decorate it? And the instructions are on the screen to actually show you what to do. Now, I hope you've enjoyed that. And then I'll be back again next week for our final session on Daniel. And that is Daniel chapter 6. And if you want to have a little look, it's Daniel in the lion's den. Okay, and it's another food activity. So I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care. God bless. Bye.